Done that? Fantastic. Now the next bit. Some of you by accident may have, when you're creating your code for your button, accidentally clicked on the form. I'll show you what I mean. So instead of clicking on the button, you maybe click just off it. And what you get by accident is form 1 load. You can see at the end there, slightly different, mybase.load. Right, this is very different to the button.1click. The button1.click is the event when you click the button, and at that point everything is running. But what if I want to do something before anyone's clicked a button? Now for that I can do that on this form load area. The thing I want to do is I actually at this point want to give the values into this deck of cards. It's very easy to do those. Is I can now just go deck of cards is equal, in brackets, I can start 1 is equal to, now remember this is a string, so in speech marks, ace. Right, I now want to put in my 2, in brackets 2, so equal to, in speech marks, just a 2. There's nothing wrong with that. So even though it's a string, it can just, that's fine. Now I'm going to do this all the way down. I'm going to pause the video. Okay, and now I've done, so deck of cards 2 is equal to 2, deck of cards 3 is equal to 3, all the way down to 9. And then finally, down here, deck of cards 10, jack, deck of cards 11 is equal to queen. Okay. Deck of cards 11 is equal to queen, deck of cards 12 is equal to king, and deck of cards 13 is equal to the joker. Right. So what I've actually done here is I've loaded the values inside this array. Remember, it has lots of different boxes, like so. Now, I can actually do something quite clever. I can go deck of cards and in bracket card number. Now, so what's happening here? Right. Well, when we run it, I'll show you. I press the button, I get a 6, that's fine. What it's done is it randomly, card number, because of this variable, randomly became a 6. I've told it to look in box 6 of deck of cards and it's given me back a 6. If I try some more, this time what's actually happened is the random number has given me an 11. So card number is now equal to 11. So when it shows me deck of cards, it's given me deck of cards box 11, which gives me a queen. And so on and so forth. There, it randomly generated a 13. To prove it, although you don't need to do this bit, I'll show you something. I'm adding another label, and that label I'll just equal to card number, and you can see this running. So if we run this now, you can see the 10 is a jack, the 9 is obviously in a box 9, the 11, as we can see here, contains a queen. So I've managed now to turn a number into something else using our array. Right. So for you to do the same, what I'd like you to do then is double click on form, just the form itself, so you get one of these. Type in all of these, don't forget the joker. Then you need to go back up. You don't need label 2. I'll remove that. Oops. And you now need to change it so label1.text is equal to deck of cards and in brackets the card number. Give it a try and test it. Away you go.